All right, what's up, YouTube? I'm Dylan. I've never tried this whole rant thing, but after seeing all this shit on the news about, the after the election, the anti-Trump protesters just going fucking crazy, destroying everything, burning down fucking news offices with fire bombs in North Carolina, busting windows out of cars, dragging people out of their cars and attacking them because they're Trump supporters, this and that. It is the most ridiculous, childish thing I have ever seen. These people are the same kids who grew up wrapped in bubble wrap and fucking styrofoam and got participation trophies just for trying in a soccer game that they lost. They cannot stand the fact that they lost the election fair and square. And they they want to get rid of the electoral college and all of this. They completely do not understand demographics of voting whatsoever, and it is the most ridiculous level of ignorance I have ever seen. And they try to create this facade that they know what they're talking about, and then as soon as you hit them with any kind of legitimate question, they instantly back off and try to attack you. Oh, well, Trump's a racist. If you support Trump, you're a racist. Blah, blah, blah. If you voted for Trump, you're a racist. This just goes to show the level of ignorance they have towards political knowledge. If you know anything about politics, if you would just do basic research on Google and look at the bleed over of maps from when Obama was elected in 2008 and then reelected in 2012, versus the bleed over to Trump being elected in 2016, Trump would not have gotten elected if it were not for all of the people who originally voted for Obama, all of the white people who originally voted for Obama, who were fed up with all of his bullshit, their insurance premiums increasing by up to 40% every year. You have any idea how many hundreds of dollars that is? That's not racism. That's them being fed up with this bullshit healthcare program, among other things. A destabilized region in the Middle East leading to ISIS. Now we got to worry about being attacked on our own soil because he wanted to implement a fucking refugee program on top of it to let these people come in. It doesn't make any sense. And people want to say, well, that's not politically correct. Well, guess what? It doesn't matter if it's politically correct or not when we have fucking ISIS insurgents in here suicide bombing, fucking the Macy's Day Parade. Who knows what's going to happen? And that's why we need Trump in here. And I'm not saying Trump's perfect. Trump has came out with some policies that I don't think necessarily he's going to implement. I think he was saying for them for shock value. But guess what? It worked. And the thing that irks me the most about everything is that people try to come out and say that Trump's sexist. He's deplorable about what he said to women. Okay, listen. Bill Clinton raped 5 women. Hillary Clinton further then tried to slander and ruin these women's lives for years and years and years just for the fact that they sought justice for Bill sexually assaulting them. And Hillary Clinton wants to front as if she cares about women. But see, that's the thing, is that these Democratic liberals, they don't do research. They get their political information off of Facebook and Twitter. So they don't know what half the evil shit that Clinton's done. But oh no, Donald Trump said bad thing about women. Oh, that's so sad. He shouldn't be president. It's it's ridiculous. Any points that they bring up are so minuscule and just basic on so many levels that they don't even relate to politics. It's they're voting based on emotion and based on what they see on Facebook. And it's sickening to see that that's what our country has come to, that our next generation of voters that are going to be putting people in power in our country are so uneducated politically that they're willing to take all of this action and they don't even know what they're doing. They think that they're doing the right thing, but they're destroying this country. They're setting this country up for a disaster, and it's gonna happen. And thankfully, Clinton wasn't elected, so I think we have the crisis avoided for now. But with all of these protests, people destroying property, breaking windows out, this and that, then what does that do? And they sit there and claim, they say, well, Trump's not my president. And then whenever people try to attack him and say they're destroying stores because Trump's not their president, they say, oh, well, when Obama was elected, you Republicans were going around saying the same thing. Obama's not my president. Obama's not my president. Well, here's the thing, is that us Republicans, we weren't dragging people out of their vehicles. We weren't fucking breaking windows out of random businesses. We weren't starting tire fires. We weren't throwing fucking bricks at cops. We weren't shooting fireworks at police officers. We weren't fucking assaulting people. Just, it is ridiculous. Fire bombs in North Carolina just for a Republican, what was it, a news office or a Republican campaign office? It's terror. It's a terrorism tactic. in for them to even make that comparison based on the fact that Republicans, some Republicans when Obama was elected said, "Oh, he's not my president." I didn't honestly say that because that's just ridiculous. Obviously, he was elected. I got to deal with it. And that's exactly what these guys need to do. They need to quit being pussies. They need to realize how this country works, how this election process works. They need to grow the fuck up and accept that Trump is president. End of story. It doesn't matter how many windows you break out, how many cars you light on fire, or how many people you attack. The only thing that you're doing is making this country worse, not Donald Trump. End of rant.